So,
I was able to figure out recursion.
Oh, well, that's what I like to hear. Why don't you open it up and we can...
It was a little confusing, and I did need to read up on it on the internet.
Yes, recursion is a very tricky concept. So, awesome job. Let's talk about it. So, why don't you tell me, what did you find out about recursion between last class and this class?
You needed to do the base cases differently.
Yeah, so why is the base case the most important part of recursion?
Because it doesn't know where to stop.
Exactly. If we don't have a base case, what is going to happen?
Because else you return this times this for the factorial function you talked about doing.
Exactly. So if we had
wasn't it just a summation thing? It wasn't a factorial function.
Yeah, I think originally we were just going to do summation, but factorial works also.
I think you could probably I think it would probably work for summation if you changed the times out for a minus or a plus.
Exactly, yes. So can you describe in words what this code is doing? Because I think sometimes recursion is hard to see and easier to kind of talk out. So what exactly is happening every time we call the function?
Factorial, it's doing the factorial.
Yes, so it's eventually doing a factorial, but when we call the function one time, does it do the whole factorial?
No, when you call it once, it makes kind of a loop.
It does make a kind of loop. And what happens in the loop?
It keeps on minusing and minusing and minusing, returning and returning and returning.
Yes, there's a bunch of return statements, right?
But the computer handles all that managing all those returns.
Exactly. So if we tell the computer to do 5 factorial, 5 times 4 times... not 5 again, 3 times 2 times 1. What is the computer going to do? Instead of doing all of 5 factorial, what's it going to say?
It's going to say 5, it will say that equals, the cow. So it's basically says that equals what the function, the parameter, times but calling it with the parameter, I think might be a bigger part to this. I don't know, I can't read the whole. -1.
Exactly.
It keeps on minusing 1. Kind of reminds me of like how you do like a while loop or a for loop.
Exactly. The computer says, well, I sure don't know how to do 5 factorial, but I bet 5 factorial is the same as 5 times 4 factorial. So let's figure out what 4 factorial is for 4, right?
Why did you put an exclamation mark there?
So fun fact about math, if you ever have a number exclamation mark, that stands for like the factorial. So the way that you actually write 5 factorial is like 5 exclamation mark.
5 factorial times, so it's like 5 factorial, then 4 factorial, which is 3 factorial, which is 2 factorial. When it gets to 1 it will just return.
Exactly. So why did we pick 1 as the base case in this situation?
Because just 1 would be a good base case, since after 1 it starts taking stuff away.
Exactly. We don't really do factorials of negative numbers, right? And when we're asked what the factorial of 1 is, we don't have to do any work at all, right?
Because the factorial of 1 is probably like 1.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we told the computer. And then once it gets to this base case, what happens then?
What happens when it gets to the base case?
Yeah, because we had it doing all of these things, right? We had it doing like 5 factorial, which is really 5 factorial times 4 factorial, which is really 4 factorial times 3 factorial, which is really 3 times 2 factorial, right? Which is really 2 times 1 factorial. But then we get to here, And what do? Do we keep going like down deeper into our recursion?
We don't get to negative numbers.
We don't get to negative numbers.
The base case.
Exactly, because the computer says, wait a minute, I know what 1 factorial is. 1 factorial is 1.
And see, we don't want to go to 0 since doing all that work would be pointless, since I do know math and I know that if you multiply something by 0, it's going to equal 0.
Exactly, and that would be no good. Do you want to know something that's kind of silly?
But
0 factorial is actually 1. But it doesn't make sense, and I know that it doesn't make sense. But you're totally right. We definitely don't want to multiply by 0. We don't want to say that because then
every single thing would be equal to 0.
So instead, what happens? What do we do with our 1? Because now we've returned 1. But 1 isn't our answer.
It's times all the other ones by 1.
Exactly. So now what happens?
It stops repeating, like the final answer it gets is the one that it returns in the print. This is a long function named cow, 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 cow.
Exactly. We have to undo all the functions we did. So now the computer's like, oh, okay, I know what 1 factorial is. It's 1. And now I can do 2 times 1, which is just 2. But now I know what 2 factorial is. But now I know what 3 factorial is. But now I know what 4 factorial is. And now I know what 5 factorial is. And that's the number it ends up returning.